What if the Jaguar D-Type never left the track? What if it evolved year after year into the most dominant race car the world had ever seen? In the mid-1950s, Jaguar built a machine so advanced it didn't just win Le Mans, it redefined it. And then they just walked away. But some legends refuse to stay buried. This is the story of the Jaguar D-Type. Jaguar had already conquered Le Mans twice with the C-Type. But in 1954, they unveiled something revolutionary, the D-Type. Designed by aerodynamicist Malcolm Sayer, the D-Type featured a monocoque chassis, disc brakes, and that iconic vertical stabilizer. It was sleek, efficient, dangerous. It looked like nothing else. In 1955, Mike Hawthorne and Ivor Bueb won Le Mans in a D-Type, but the victory was overshadowed by tragedy as the worst accident in motorsport history claimed over 80 lives. Mercedes withdrew. Jaguar controversially stayed in. In 1956, Jaguar pulled its factory team, but the small privateer outfit Ecurie Ecosse carried the torch and won. Led by Scottish accountant and motorsport enthusiast David Murray and backed by wealthy textile entrepreneur Major James Thompson, Ecurie Ecosse was more than just a racing team, it was a brotherhood. Founded in Edinburgh in 1951, they operated out of a Mews garage in the city's West End. Their signature metallic flag blue cars quickly became symbols of defiant privateer spirit. David Murray had raced at Le Mans himself and was known for his strict discipline, impeccable grooming, and relentless ambition. He envisioned a Scottish team competing at the world's highest level. Murray was the organiser, the fundraiser, the dreamer, the man who gave Ecurie Ecosse its soul. Wilkie Wilkinson, despite the title of engineer, was in many ways the team's heart. A former chief mechanic at Bentley and ERA, his mechanical expertise ensured the cars were always immaculately prepared. He was also a calming influence, providing balance to Murray's intensity. Together, they nurtured young Scottish drivers like Ninian Sanderson and Ron Flockhart, who would go on to become Le Mans winners. In 1956, with a privately entered Jaguar D-Type, Ecurie Ecosse stunned the world by winning Le Mans outright. And in 1957, they repeated the feat, this time with a dominant first and second place finish. Jaguar's own works team was gone, but the D-Type, in the hands of this modest Scottish team, had never been stronger. In fact, the D-Type Jaguar was so dominant that in the hands of a variety of teams, the D-Type finished the race in first, second, third, fourth and sixth positions. It was a rout. A masterclass. A moment in time never to be repeated. That year also marked a milestone in motorsport logistics. Ecurie Ecosse transported their race cars in a custom-built double-decker comma transporter, an icon in its own right and a symbol of their ambition to do things their way. Theirs was a story of talent over budget, passion over prestige. A tale of how two men and a garage full of dreams conquered the world's greatest race. Underneath the D-Type's stunning curves lay a marvel of engineering. Designed with aeronautical principles, the car's body was crafted entirely from lightweight aluminium. Its cockpit, or tub, used monocoque construction, an elliptical structure that provided exceptional torsional rigidity and minimised aerodynamic drag. To the front bulkhead, engineers mounted an aluminium tubular subframe that supported the XK inline-6 engine, along with the front suspension and steering assembly. At the rear, the final drive and suspension were mounted directly to the rear bulkhead. Even the fuel system took cues from aircraft. The tank was replaced with a deformable Marston Aviation Division bag, enhancing crash safety. By 1957, the D-Type's displacement had grown from 3.4 to 3.8 litres. The most powerful versions produced up to 305 horsepower, Paired with a 4-speed manual racing gearbox, the car was capable of reaching speeds well over 170 miles an hour on the Mulsanne Straight. The body shape itself had been honed in wind tunnel, producing a long, tapering nose and the signature vertical fin at the rear, designed to reduce yaw and improve high-speed stability. The 1958 version even featured brake-cooling fins integrated into the four-wheel disc braking system, an innovation that ensured stopping power endured across long, grueling endurance stints. And then, just like that, Jaguar stepped away. With the D-Type at its peak, the company withdrew from international motorsport. The official line? Rising costs, internal priorities, tragedy fatigue. But what if they hadn't? What if Jaguar had pushed on into the 1960s, a mid-engine D-Type, fuel injection, aerodynamics that evolved with the decade? Could Jaguar have held off Ferrari at Le Mans? Could they have stopped Ford before the GT40? The D-Type might have become the most dominant car of the 20th century. Instead, it has been relegated to a memory from the past. Jaguar tried to salvage the dream by turning unsold D-Types into road-legal sports cars, the XKSS. Only 16 were built before a factory fire destroyed the remaining cars. One survivor was bought by Steve McQueen. He called it the Green Rat. It became an icon of its own, but the racing spirit of the D-Type, that would have to wait. Decades later, the D-Type would roar again. First, Jaguar Classic resumed the final 9 builds in 2016, faithful to the original specs. But for those who longed not just to look, but to drive, there was AK Sportscars. Craftsmen who believed the D-Type still had a place on modern roads. For 40 years, AK Sportscars has redefined what it means to drive a classic. And today, we unveil the next chapter. Their latest production car, the AKD, is a timeless homage which blends classic design with trusted performance. It is a purpose-built car inspired by racing legends. At its core, the AKD is built on AK's renowned box-tube chassis, a platform they have refined over 4 decades. Underneath, the AKD runs XJ40 Jaguar running gear, Nitron shocks and springs, paired with a 3.27 open differential. Under the bonnet is the iconic Jaguar 4.2-litre straight 6, now breathing through Gen V heritage throttle bodies. It delivers a smooth, responsive driving experience rooted in proven technology. The classic bodywork is finished with a sleek fly screen and rear hump, details that don't just evoke the golden era of racing, they complete the AKD's aggressive yet elegant profile. It's a shape born of racing tradition, brought into the present with grace and grit. The engine is mated up to a Toyota Supra 5-speed gearbox, which offers precise shifts for both road cruising or enjoying a track day. For more info and a test drive, get in touch with AK Sportscars.
Sunny day, right there you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day you called me up, you told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel, please tell me I love